Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So here it is. Here's the build that we've been talking about the last few videos. I chose the i7-3930k Intel processor. That is the 6-core, the hexa-core processor. It is faster and better for video processing primarily. You don't need it if you're just into photography. But if you're into videos, the i7-3930k rocks. Here's the build. We're going to go through quickly each of the pieces that I chose. Not necessarily the right ones for you, but for me at the time, the price point, and a lot of this stuff was on sale, and what I needed it fit. So to get the big box out of the way, I'm going to start with the case. I went with the Corsair Carbide Series 400R. Now, I've jotted down a few points on the case just so I can let you know what I liked about this case. 3 fans are included. It takes up to 10 fans inside this case. Plenty of room for cooling. 10 drive bays. 6 for your hard drives, 4 for optical drives like a DVD or Blu-ray burner. Great expandability there. Cable management system routes through the back so it keeps your wires all nice and compact, not running all over the place. Really helpful there. And it has 8 expansion slots on the board for PCI Express, PCI, things like that. So nice big case. Lots of room for expandability. Plenty of room for cooling, and comes stock with 3 fans, so it is well cooled right out of the box. We'll get that off the table here, and we'll move on to the next thing. As I mentioned, i7-3930k Intel processor. So, and the K means that it's the unlocked version, means you can overclock it if you want to. Not sure if I'm going to do that, but for the little bit of extra money, I wanted to get that. I got this for $545 on sale. Yes, it's expensive for most people for a chip, but basically one of the fastest chips you're ever going to buy without stepping into a lot more expensive. And then we got the motherboard. I chose the Asus P9X79 Pro. So this is the Pro. You can get an LE, I believe, of this, or you could go with the Asus Rampage. I like Asus. Solid company. They stand behind their products. Great reputation for really well-built boards and products. And some of the reasons I'll give you here on why I went with the Asus motherboard, this Pro version. 6 expansion slots. Which is really good for expansion. 8 DIMMs. Basically, that means you can put 8 sticks of memory in here, and it supports up to 64 gigabytes of memory. I've only got 32 in right now. I went with, we'll bring this up right now. I've got Kingston, 4 slots of 8 gigs. So I went with a 32 total for now. These were on sale for $70 a pair. So it cost me $140 for 32 gig of memory. Most people will tell you 32 gig is more than you need. I may still step up to 64. We'll see. Back to the motherboard. It has 2 eSATA ports. I'm a big fan of eSATA. That's how I like to connect my external drives. It's a lot faster than USB, and it's a lot faster than FireWire. 8 SATA ports on board, so plenty of room for connectivity for all your hard drives. I've got 4 in right now. We'll go into that in a minute. 8 USB 3 ports and 12 USB 2 ports, and it is Bluetooth enabled right out of the box. So pretty powerful motherboard. Really fantastic for everything that it comes with, what's on it. There's other features as well. These were the big ones that really impressed me. And so we'll put that down there. That's the motherboard. There's our memory. Next up, I mentioned hard drives. I've got 4 in right now. This is my operating system hard drive and my hard drive number 2 for media files. This is the Vertex 4, and that's a 128 gig SSD. These were on sale at my local store for $99, so I got 2 of them. So operating system and program files on the first drive, and then media source files on the second drive, movie clips, things like that. My third drive, I've got a Seagate Barracuda 7200 RPM 64 meg cache drive. I got a 1 terabyte version of that for $69.99. Pretty good deal on sale. So that's my third drive, and that one is being used for previews and cache. So it's you're splitting up the processes that Adobe uses onto various drives to make the bandwidth and the piping so everything can fly through there rather than trying to fight over one drive to do all this stuff. Next up, I went with CPU cooler is a Contact 30 by Thermaltake. This is not your one of your more expensive. You can go with a liquid cooler if you want. This was recommended to me by the good guys at my store, and basically it was 35 bucks, so I saved a fair bit of money on going over a liquid cooler, and we'll see. It seems to be working just fine. If I need to step into something bigger, I can later, but for 35 bucks, it seems to have been a good deal. Seems to be working just fine. LG Super Multi DVD Writer 24 times. These were on sale for $17.97. Can't beat that price. LG is a decent name for DVD writers. Basically, any DVD writer that's a decent brand, you know, LG or Toshiba or Sony or whatever's out there at a good price at your store, grab it. LG at 17 bucks, couldn't beat it. Power supply, I went with the OCZ 700 watt Mod Extreme Pro. This was on sale with rebates, and I think it came to it was either $59 or $69 with the rebates and the sale. So some people will say you need 1,000 watt power for this type of system. Certainly not going to tell you not to go that route, but I'm mostly doing one thing at a time, not doing a ton of multitasking on this system. In other words, when I'm doing video, I'm working on video. So I'm not running a optical drive, not running the burner or anything like that at the same time. So I think 700 watts is going to be fine. Again, if I need to, I can upgrade later. I'm not planning on running dual video cards in this system either, so I think 700 watts will do me fine. OCZ is a good name, good warranty, and you couldn't beat the price. Last up, we talked already in the previous video about the GeForce GTX 550 Ti. I got the 2 GB DDR5 version. These were on sale with rebates for about 100 bucks now. So basically, this has 192 CUDA cores. It's at 192-bit memory of 2 gig of that memory, DDR5. Basically, the minimum you're going to need to get you into enabling the Mercury playback engine in Adobe. Also supports the Open GL 2.0. I think I said that right. So when you're working in After Effects, it's working well that way, where the CUDA cores aren't quite as important as having more memory and more bandwidth. Certainly, if I need to upgrade there, I think my choice at the moment would be the GTX 670 and at least a 2 gig version. Either that or the 570 at a 2 gig version. They seem to be pretty decent sweet points for price. Anyways, for 100 bucks, that'll get you started out. That has the CUDA cores you need, has decent memory at 2 gig of DDR5. It'll smoke a Quadro 2000. And so basically this whole build was a little over 2,000 bucks for me. So pretty impressive system for around $2,000. Your mileage may vary depending on the pricing in your area or the parts you're choosing. I hope this helps you if you're looking at building a video processing system. It's a little overkill if you're just doing photography. If you're into gaming and video, this is the way to go as well. You'll even want to go with a better video card if you're into some serious gaming. And thanks for tuning in, folks. Again, hope this helped if you're building. And stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new posts, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.